Hey guys, November the 9th today. Year's just about over, and finally I'm just about done with the Goose. 99.9% done. Basically, it's finished, unless I see something I want to add to it, which I really kind of doubt. But we got her all put together. We got the body painted. We got the signs rubber stamped and mounted. I was going to put lights on it, but yeah, I got tired of messing with it, even though I did set a set of lights up. I may try that in the future, either on this one or another Goose. I may produce another one that's a flatbed. The real Goose, I think, is called a number 4. So I may try that here in the future. It just all depends. But we got her all together. We put a coupler on it. This thing was never made really to haul freight. And with this Alco motor in it, and as light as it is, it ain't going to pull much. Not only that, but this thing is so doggone long that when the rear end swings out, it just about uses up all the slack in the coupler. It's about as close to peeling it off the track as you can possibly get. It doesn't. There's just enough slop in it, but it is doggone close. All right, we're going to run this thing. But I'm going to do a slight demonstration, and maybe you guys can tell me what the major malfunction is here. But the power unit in the Goose is exactly the same as the power unit in the Interurban. They're the same thing, other than the fact that that one doesn't have any side plates, and I put a set of chains on both sides. But I can pull them out, and I can swap these motors, and they'll mount, and I can run it in 5 or 6 minutes. No big deal. But here we go, and I just want you to listen to the Goose and tell me if you have any idea what it's doing. Now I'll tell you what it sounds like. If any of you guys have ever grown up on the farm and have been around some really old trucks, this thing is growling like it's got a transmission in it. It sounds exactly like a real truck, but I don't know why. I find it kind of irritating myself. It runs well. It handles the 42-inch radius track just perfectly. It's whining like you got it in granny low. Now, the Interurban, like I said, exactly the same motor. Everything's set up the same, but listen to it. Hear how quiet that thing is? I'd like to know what the difference is between them. The only thing that I can figure out is the fact that this body in this cab is just particularly long. And I think the body of this box car kind of acts like an amplifier. The roof, with the roof on it, it's quieter than what it would be with the roof off. It's not rubbing anywhere. It's not touching anything. All the clearances are fine. Believe me, if they weren't, it wouldn't go around a 42-inch radius. It would hang up really quick. And I've been running it enough with new paint and everything that the wheels aren't touching the bottom. There's no wear on this machine other than the fact of where it pivots, but that would be totally normal. So I don't know what it's doing. It doesn't impede its performance. It's just noisy, but maybe that's kind of cool for the time frame that it's supposed to be in the 20s and 30s. So we've got this done for the season. We got a couple other ideas that we're thinking about doing. Let's move the Goose out of the way first. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is, I don't know if you've ever been out to real trolley line web pages, but trolley lines had their own little maintenance equipment. And I found two of them out there that I find really interesting. One of them is there's a cab on both ends of basically your gondola here, or it's not really a gondola, but it's a drop side gondola. The whole frame, pivots and it spills out. But what I've been thinking about doing is taking this American Flyer body and with my chop saw, split the front off, either right between these two louvers or this louver here. Then take this and cut this off, put that cab here, put the other cab here, have a power unit, and you would have a maintenance car exactly like what they've got in the trolley cars, trolley, the trolley line maintenance. The other one I've seen is a hopper car just like this. And what I would do is, with my chop saw, cut it off right here. So you would go from this brace to this brace, and then I would use that cab on it to make the power units. I've seen an outfit just like this. It looks simple. It looks straightforward. It looks possible. I'll know more about it once I get into it. The other thing that I bought when I was out at York was this Dayton Hill Climber. This thing, I really like it. It's very primitive. Very little work on the bottom. You've already got holes cut into it. I could easily put a power unit in that. But then it comes to the point, what do I want to do with the body? I tell you what, I like this old look. I don't know why I couldn't put a set of trucks underneath this thing and try and not have them overly shiny, and just put a regular homemade, a toyish type of trolley pole on here, and turn it into a powered trolley. Yeah, I think it would look rather neat. It's the right proportions. It basically sits on the standard gauge track, so a set of trucks won't look out of proportion with it. So a thought that I'm thinking about, I don't even want to, if I keep it as it is, I don't even want to do anything. I don't want to strip any paint. I don't want to do the roof. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I'm going to leave it just like it is with this particular patina. Maybe straighten a little bit of metal. There's a step or two that's a little crooked, but that could easily be taken care of. The other thing that I've got that I'm thinking about is this single truck Kingsbury trolley. I picked it up a couple years ago. It was all messy and I stripped it. The doggone thing is spot welded together. I cut the spot welds off of it so I could get the roof off and get further into it. Now I need to soak this in rust remover and finish taking off what little paint there is, and then set a central motor in it. I've got a few motors that I can sit at one end or the other with only one power drive, and of course the wheels in the front would just be rolling. That's all they would do. But this is something else that I've thought about doing. And if I don't mess with any power units, I think maybe I'll just make myself a few more freight cars. I haven't done any freight car work for a long time, and I'm overdue. All right, guys, that's about it for now. If I don't see you before the holidays, have a safe one. I probably will. I'll probably have something I want to show you. So have a good week. Have a good weekend. We're just about there. Toodaloo.